If you've been trying to cut back on sugar but still experience energy crashes, brain fog, weight gain, or even strange hunger spikes, you're not imagining things. The truth is, you don't have to eat sugar to have blood sugar problems. And today, we're diving deep into the hidden foods and habits that might be silently wrecking your metabolism. They stop adding it to their coffee, avoid desserts, and skip soda. But they're still having spikes. Why? Because some foods that don't taste sweet still turn into sugar once digested. In fact, many popular healthy foods can send your blood sugar soaring. That's because lactose, the natural sugar in milk, is still sugar. And when manufacturers remove fat to make a product healthier, they often add more sugar to keep the taste. Low-fat vanilla yogurt may sound like a good breakfast, but it can have as much sugar as a candy bar. Let's begin by understanding what a blood sugar spike really is. Your body breaks these down quickly into glucose, faster than table sugar in some cases. These foods have been stripped of their fiber, making them digest rapidly and spike blood sugar. If you re-eating toast or cereal in the morning and wondering why you're re-crashing by 10 a.m., this is your answer. Every time you eat, especially carbs, your body breaks down that food into glucose, which enters the bloodstream. In response, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that helps shuttle that glucose into your cells for energy. Sounds good, right? But here's the catch: when glucose levels rise too fast or too high, your body panics. It releases a flood of insulin, sometimes more than needed. That leads to a blood sugar crash, a sudden drop that can leave you feeling tired, irritable, hungry again, and even shaky. Over time, this constant roller coaster can wear down your insulin sensitivity and lead to prediabetes, weight gain, and inflammation. Now, most people think sugar is the only culprit. Let's start with refined grains. Think of white bread, pasta, white rice, breakfast cereals, and even those so-called multigrain crackers. Even some fruits can cause spikes. While fruits contain natural sugars, when they're consumed in high quantities or without fiber, protein, or fat, they can be problematic. Fruit juices, yes, even 100% organic orange juice, are among the worst offenders. They lack fiber and are absorbed rapidly. A glass of orange juice can spike your blood sugar just as quickly as a soda. And don't be fooled by smoothies if they're loaded with bananas, mangoes, or dates without balancing ingredients. It's all about context and combinations. Another common hidden spike trigger? Dairy products. Milk, flavored yogurts, and even some low-fat dairy snacks can have a surprising glycemic impact. Let's not forget healthy snacks. Granola bars, protein bars, rice cakes, and even gluten-free products often contain sneaky sugar or refined carbs. Many people trust labels that say organic, low-fat, or high protein, but when you turn the package around, you'll find ingredients like cane syrup, brown rice syrup, or maltodextrin, all of which can raise your glucose just like table sugar. Potatoes, especially white potatoes, are rapidly converted to glucose. A baked potato or a large portion of fries can spike blood sugar almost as much as a candy bar. This leads to an insulin release without the glucose to match it, causing crashes and confusion in the body. These sweeteners can also alter gut microbiota, which impacts glucose tolerance in the long term. For example, if you start your meal with bread or fruit, your body absorbs it quickly. Fiber acts like a sponge, slowing down how fast sugar is absorbed. Foods high in soluble fiber, like chia seeds, flax seeds, oats, legumes, and leafy greens, help control glucose levels and feed healthy gut bacteria. Yet most people barely get 10 to 15 grams a day, when the recommended intake is 25 to 30 grams. If you want to blunt your glucose spikes, add more fiber to every meal. Start slow and increase gradually to avoid digestive discomfort. But if you start with a salad or a few bites of protein, it slows down digestion, and your blood sugar stays more stable. This small hack, changing the order of your meals, can make a huge difference over time. Corn is another example. While corn is technically a vegetable, it behaves like a starch, and when processed into corn chips or cornflakes, it becomes even more problematic. There's also a lesser-known group of foods called high glycemic index vegetables. Cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, triggers the liver to release glucose into the bloodstream to prepare for a fight-or-flight situation. If you're chronically stressed, overworked, or sleeping poorly, your blood sugar may be higher than expected, even on a sugar-free diet. It's one of the most overlooked causes of metabolic dysfunction. What about stress? Believe it or not, stress can spike your blood sugar even when you haven't eaten. Artificial sweeteners are another hidden danger. Aspartame, sucralose, and even stevia in large amounts can trick the brain and gut into responding as if sugar is present. Many people cut back on soda but still drink healthy beverages like sweetened teas, vitamin waters, energy drinks, and plant-based milks. Almond milk, oat milk, and soy milk are often sweetened and can contain hidden sugars that spike blood glucose. Oat milk, in particular, has been under scrutiny because of its natural sugars and how it's processed. It's delicious in your coffee, yes, but it could be silently throwing off your blood sugar. Now let's take a moment to talk about liquid calories. Timing and order of eating matter too. Did you know that eating carbs first on an empty stomach leads to a greater spike than if you eat protein or fat first? Another secret weapon? Fiber. Most modern diets are fiber deficient. Movement also matters. You don't need to hit the gym for 2 hours to lower your blood sugar. Just a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals can significantly blunt the post-meal glucose rise. Studies show that light activity after eating, like washing dishes, walking the dog, or doing some light cleaning, helps glucose enter the muscles for use instead of being stored as fat. If you're sitting right after a high-carb meal, your body stores more of that glucose instead of burning it. Start with a teaspoon of ACV in water before eating and watch how your body reacts. Notice which foods make you tired, bloated, hungry soon after, or cranky. It's one of the most powerful tools for personalized nutrition and is becoming more accessible even for non-diabetics. You don't need a glucose monitor to notice patterns. And if you've been struggling with cravings, fatigue, mood swings, or stubborn weight, your glucose may be the hidden villain. There's so much more to health than just willpower, and the answers are often hidden in plain sight. But the good news is, you can take back control starting today. With awareness, a few habit shifts, and consistent effort, you can flatten those spikes, boost your energy, and transform your long-term health. Then slowly remove or reduce high glycemic foods and replace them with balanced, whole food options. It's not a cure-all, but for many, it makes a noticeable difference. Sleep and blood sugar are deeply connected. When you don't sleep well, your body becomes more insulin resistant the next day. This means that the same food you ate yesterday could cause a bigger spike today just because you didn't get enough rest. Focus on whole, unprocessed options. Think lean proteins, healthy fats like avocado and olive oil, vegetables of all colors, low glycemic fruits like berries, and whole grains like quinoa and farro. Balance your plate, include protein, fat, and fiber in every meal. This trio works together to keep blood sugar steady and energy levels even. Prioritize sleep, aiming for 7 to 9 hours per night. Establish a bedtime routine, cut screens an hour before bed, and consider natural wind-down strategies like herbal teas, magnesium, or calming music. Now, if you're wondering what you can eat to avoid all this, the good news is there's still plenty of delicious food that supports stable blood sugar. Also, consider incorporating apple cider vinegar or lemon water before meals. These natural acids can lower the glucose response of certain foods by improving insulin sensitivity. So what should you do starting today? Start by tracking how you feel after meals. If you have the resources, a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, can give you insights into how your body responds in real time to different foods, stress levels, sleep, and movement. The bottom line is this: you don't need to eat sugar to have blood sugar problems. If you found this video helpful, Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to FabAnthony Health Tips, and share it with someone who's still struggling despite giving up sugar. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next video.